Hello everyone, my name is George and welcome back to my channel. This is the second part of our series here on how to use Google Classroom for beginners. If you missed our first video, please go back and watch that as we learn how to set up our Google Classroom. In this video here, we're going to talk about how to manage people in your class and how to begin the grading process. So in our last video, we created a few assignments here. We learned how to assignment and questions we learned how to use the classwork column here. And in the last video, we asked a question, how are you doing today? It's just a practice. And our Unit 1 practice here where we made a document for each student to complete. And we have one student in class that I've added, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at that in a moment. Before we take a look at our classwork, let's go to our people feature here and see who's joined the class. So I added myself to the class here. Up on top, we have the teachers. You can add a teacher here simply by clicking the person with the plus sign and typing the email and clicking the invite. Remember, only people with Gmail accounts can use Google Classroom, so make sure the person has a Gmail account. And if you are using this in a specific educational domain, you need to make sure that that person has permission to join your classroom. So we have one student here, and again, you can click the student and add the student the same way as you can add the teacher. You can also give them an invitation link, as we spoke about in our last video. And once the students come in, you can organize them in the class however you like. You can email the student by clicking the three dots on the right side and clicking email. Once you click this, you'll be able to communicate directly with that student via email. If you have a student that no longer belongs in the class, you can highlight their name here by checking the box, and you can go to actions. You can remove the student or you can mute the student as well. If the student is commenting when they're not supposed to or bothering other folks in class, you can mute them. And if we go back to our stream, you can see here that we have some upcoming assignments and due at 11:59 on Thursday. Those are ones that we made last week, so you can use this to organize your class. And if you click the hamburger here on the left side, remember, as I mentioned in our previous video, you can click the review option. If you click the review option, you can see our assignments here. How many students have completed it, how many students have not completed it. And if you have multiple classes, you can look at multiple classes here. Again, this is a really great feature to organize large groups of classes. All right, let's take a look at our assignments. Let's say your student has completed their work and you'd like to take a look at their work. So let's go to Classroom, click Unit 1 Practice here, and we can take a look at the student's work by clicking View Assignment here on the bottom. Once this comes up, you will see the student's work here, and on the left side, you'll see a column of all your students here. You'll also see the point value that you created for this assignment. You can change this anytime as well. You can email selected students and they will get a specific email in regards to this assignment. You can also sort the students here any way you would like. Right now we only have one student in class, so you can't sort them any other way. And when you move your cursor across the student's name and to the right, you will see the section here where you can add their grade. So we have our student assignment here. We can click the student over here and we can click their assignment and we can see what the student wrote. In this case, the student did not submit their assignment, so there's nothing to see and there's no grade here. In our next video, we're going to go over how to take a look at our students after they and grade their work after they've submitted it. Once you have seen their work, which we'll go over before, you can add a grade here, and then you can either click the three dots on the right side and click return, or on a Mac, it's the command button plus option plus R, or you can highlight the student here with a check and click return. Now you can see here, I can't click return now. That's because the student has not completed their work yet. So right now, the student has not completed their work. You cannot return it. Now this is a interesting feature that G Suite has. So this is similar to if you gave the student a paper. If you gave the student a paper, they now have it. You do not have it, so you cannot view it until they return the work back to you. So we're going to come back to that later on. And for those of you that like to go ahead and view everything in your classroom, all you need to do is click the title of your class here. Let's go back to Classroom and take a look at our question that we posted before. Click our question in Unit 1, click View Question, and you will see all the responses from your students here on the left side. Students might also post questions here in the question part down here. That is for everybody to see. So over here on the left side, all students will be seeing this, and on the right side, only you and the student will be able to communicate together. So that's basically how you can view these after you have made it. And let's take a look at one more feature here, the grading feature, which we haven't gotten to yet. You can add grades here as well. So click the right side here, and you can see all the work that's been completed in class, and we'll come back to that customized feature that Google is notifying us right now. And you'll see our assignments here. Again, you can enter your grades here once the student has returned it to you. In this case, the student has returned their work, so you're not able to grade it. But in this case, it's a question, so you can simply add your grade. Let's say you want to give them 1. Once you add your grade here, it will automatically save as a draft, and it will not be returned to the student until you click the 3 dots on the right side and you click Return. You can also view the student's individual submission here by clicking View, and a new link will appear showing the student's actual work. So in this case, the student didn't submit any work, so there's nothing to view. And we're gonna go over how to view this in our second video. So we have grades, we have people, we have classwork, and we have our stream. One last feature that we're going to talk about in our advanced Google Classroom video, but I just want to let you know right now, is our little wheel we have up here, our gear wheel, where we can customize Google. So we can click this and we can disable students to join. We can customize how this appears for us, and we can also talk more about grading and how you can change the grading features within Google Classroom. All right, so that's our second video on how to use Google Classroom. In our next video, we're going to go over how to grade. Thank you so much for taking a look at this video. If you like this video, please subscribe and please click the like button to support our channel. Thank you so much, and see you in our next video.